All right, good morning, everybody. Hope you had a fabulous Christmas, and I hope it's shaping up to be a great New Year. Welcome back to our Christmas on the Mount devotional series, and today we're going to be focused on pure in heart. In Matthew chapter 5, verse 8, Jesus taught, "Blessed are the pure in heart, for they will see God." Blessed are the pure in heart, for they will see God. You know, when you just take the word pure alone in the Bible, it usually means clean, meaning without sin. But when you take the phrase pure in heart, it's talking about more than being clean, more than being simply pure. It's about having a laser-like focus on God. So now we're not just talking about our words or our deeds, but we're talking about our heart. And so if you really think about a perfect alignment or a perfect situation where we are perfectly pure in heart, it's when our words and our deeds and our thoughts and our attitudes are aligned with God's words and God's deeds and God's thoughts and God's attitude. Now here's something that I find interesting in my own life. If I simply try to not sin, I sin a lot. But if I focus myself on God's will and doing His will, then I find that sin kind of gets crowded out of my life. And so now when we think about Jesus Christ, think about His purity. Think of His focus on God, how He was focused on God's will, how He was focused on God's words, on God's deeds, on God's thoughts. He had the exact same attitude as God did. Excuse me. I'll tell you where I think we see this the most is Jesus in the Garden of Gethsemane and when He's on the cross. There were so many different things that He could have said. There are so many feelings that He could have expressed. There are so many actions that He could have done, but He denied Himself. And He did the perfect will of God. I think if we think of Jesus on the cross in that context, it's a little bit more helpful in our own life. Because now I want you to think, well, what would have happened if Jesus had acted inconsistently with God when He was in the Garden of Gethsemane? What would have been the eternal consequence to you and me if He had not done God's will when He was on the cross? And so I think it helps us to see, as His followers, it's so important for us to be pure in heart. In other words, keep our focus on God. Keep our focus on the things of the cross. Our words, our thoughts, our feelings, all of those things as perfectly aligned as we can. So I have an idea for a practical for you. Hopefully today's not a busy day for you. Hopefully you're not back to work yet. Study out the cross and consider the purity of Jesus Christ. Consider how pure in heart He was. Meditate on that and realize He did that for you and He did that for me. Hope you have a great day. Happy New Year, and I hope to see you again here tomorrow.